right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the Where You Lead podcast. I am Cassie.
And I'm Zoe.
I'm the mommy.
And I'm the daughter.
And thank you so much for joining us back again. I hope you've all had a lovely week. In case you're new here, the whole point of this podcast was a bonding experience for me and my kiddo. She is about to graduate this year. She finally hit grade 12. And we've been planning, like true Gilmore style, to do the big Europe backpacking trip once she's graduated. And it came upon us a lot quicker than I expected. And so I suggested that we do a podcast all the way up through that year, leading up to when the Gilmores would go on their Europe trip. Mm-hmm. We'll go on ours. You'll get to plan the trip with us, and it'll be just a whole lot of fun. And that is why we are here today. We are going to get started, though, before we jump into the episode, just doing our weekly check-in. Miss Zoe girl, how did your week go?
It went by slowly.
It was a slow week?
Yeah.
Was it the weather?
No, it was just everything. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, been a long one. I feel like
one.
The rain probably didn't help, but...
No, but I did see Smashing Machine with Dwayne Johnson last night, which was very cool.
Yeah, you said you really enjoyed that.
It's worth the watch. It's it should be an Oscar movie.
I'm very happy to see him branching out. I've always thought that he was a good actor, but he always did really not stupid roles, but just like more
stupid
silly.
Stupid roles.
Less serious. So I'm happy to see him venturing out.
This is his best by far. So
amazing. Well, and then you went to because it is pumpkin patch season.
I did go to the grad pumpkin patch event, which was fun. There was a lot of people who had already graduated from my school that decided to show up, so that's weird. No one likes that. Even the friends of those people, we call them super seniors because they feel the need to come back and hang out with the people who are still in high school.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Like you graduated, yo.
Yeah,
time to move on.
You don't need to be coming to this event. That's weird.
Time to move on.
Mm-hmm.
You can still hang out with those people, but not at the grad events.
Yeah,
it's
what
weird.
are you doing coming to the grad event?
It's very like well, you wouldn't remember the Ryan Reynolds movies where he like never actually graduates college. Van Wilder?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. I'm very old.
You just aged yourself.
I did. I very much did. But all the millennials listening will know what I'm talking about,
Yeah. But I don't know. The event was fun. I got some photos for the yearbook. I was supposed to take a lot of photos of other people, and I kind of just took photos of my friends.
Well, your friends are very cute.
Right? I know.
Yeah.
So lots of us in the yearbook. Be prepared.
All of you listening that'll get
copies of my yearbook.
Her high school yearbook. That is really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad. That doesn't sound like the worst week, but you're also done with it. You're ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Fair enough. You're going to ask me about my week.
How was your week, Mom?
I had a pretty good week. I was very blessed yesterday. I had a house full of friends in love. I am part of a book club. Shout out to my girlies. And I actually got to host the book club meeting yesterday, and I just love them all so much. It was a ton of fun, and just getting to have people in my home that I own is such a huge blessing.
You guys were so cute.
We were so cute. We're always so cute. My partner and I bought a house a year and a bit ago, and I've slowly been decorating it and building it into like just a really fun, whimsical, cozy home. And I haven't gotten to share it with a lot of people outside of family. And so to have all of these people that I like care about and love to come and enjoy it, it was just nice to be proud of it, proud of a home. As our story is being single mom for a very long time, it never escapes me how blessed we are now. It took us a while to get here, but now we're in such a beautiful space with a beautiful family, and so it was a good week. It was a good week for Cassie.
That's great. I'm very happy to hear that.
Thank you. So with that all being said, we've checked in. We are going to get into this episode because it was a good one.
It was a good one.
Yeah, I really like this one. I'm going to do the recap. Rory's Sweet 16 is coming up, and it happens to fall on a Friday. Despite Laura's best efforts, Emily will not budge on the family dinner and decides to throw Rory her own party, but in her own style. Laura thinks some headway is being made with Emily when Emily gets pudding for dessert and asks her to go shopping for something Rory would actually want. But the olive branch seems to get snatched back when Emily's party is very obviously thrown more for her in mind and for status, and not really for Rory.
Whoa.
You don't like my interpretation?
What? No.
You just...
I'm just reacting.
Where am I now? Oh, Emily tries to pull her usual passive aggressiveness, but this time towards Rory, and Lorelai is having none of it. A fight ends the night. The next day, Laura throws Rory her usual big bash with the whole town, and Emily and Richard come. It's a beautiful party, full of laughter, great food, and love. But it shows Emily just how little she really does know her girls.
And that's the truth, isn't it?
That's the truth. Let's get into it. All right, Miss Zoe. Do you think Emily was right to not budge on the Friday birthday?
Yeah, that was my first question too. Yeah. I think that was fair.
Really?
Well, that sucks. Imagine having this agreement to spend time with your granddaughter and your daughter, and they hate you so much that they're asking to have her birthday without you at their home on the night that they've agreed to spend time with you. I think that's weird. I don't think it's right. And I think that they did have an agreement. Fridays were Emily's nights, and it's fair that she wanted to have Rory on her birthday. And I think that Lorelai should, I feel like she's a little bit hypocritical, because it's like, don't you want your mom to be making an effort? It's the thing with the pudding. She's making an effort. She wants to be there for Rory's birthday. Mm-hmm. She wants to be involved. But Lorelai gets really defensive with these things. I just don't think it was fair. I think you could have very easily had the birthday on the Saturday, and it would have made no difference.
Yeah, I think it's hard because it's just been like, we also don't like change in tradition, right? And clearly they have a tradition and it's always held that day and it's a big thing. So I kind of sympathized with Lorelai, and I do feel like Emily could be a bit more lenient on things, because it would, I feel, benefit their relationship more if it didn't feel like it was a jail sentence rather than an actual nice time to spend together. I see your point. I think I see both sides to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say, because like the beneficial thing, would it benefit their relationship if she was more lenient, because then it's Lorelai getting what she wants, which is not having to involve her daughter and her way of life with her daughter with her parents. I think it's just another way to kind of further shut Emily out. So I think there needs to be equal effort from the two of them.
I guess, like I said, I see your point, but I don't know. I don't know if I fully agree with you on this one.
Yeah, I disagree with your opinion on this.
You disagree with my opinions a lot. I think when Emily is so firm on it with very little understanding, that it does just make it feel like it's a more, like Lorelai said, kind of blackmail-y when it's being like used against her. So,
but also Lorelai didn't. And don't get me wrong, I've seen other circumstances that exact same thing with Emily, but Lorelai didn't back down on her thing either, and she wasn't understanding of Emily wanting Rory either. They were both acting the exact same in that thing. They both had their goals and the things that they wanted, and they both didn't see each other's perspectives on it. So I think Lorelai could be criticized for the exact same thing. I don't think a day's difference is that big a deal.
But that could go both ways.
No, but with how it worked out, Emily got to go to both parties. But Lorelai didn't say, we want to have the party at our place on Friday, and you can come to that.
That's true. She could have led with that.
No, she didn't mention Emily coming at all. She made it very clear.
Probably because she didn't think that Emily would want to. Yeah, as we get to later on in the episode, they've never even been there.
There, though. She made that clear throughout the episode.
Fair enough. I think we get to see a really good insight on why Lorelai wouldn't want Emily there. But my next thing is not a question at all. It was just, I may be 35, but I'm a 13-year-old boy when I hear the word kumquat.
That's funny.
Like, every time I hear...
It's a kumquat, not a kumquat.
They said kumquat. It's spelled K-U-M.
Yeah, but they say you say kumquat.
Kumquat? Have you ever had one?
I think I did once.
I have never had one.
They're like the little things.
What the little things? What?
I feel like I've had them before because I remember being very familiar with the name during one specific memory, but I don't. But
you can't actually find.
You know what fruit is fucking disgusting?
Oh, okay.
Guava.
What?
Screw no.
Oh, I love guava.
Have you ever had chopped up fresh guava?
Okay, no, I have not.
Exactly.
Is it like a grapefruit?
No, guava is like a melon. So when I went to Honduras last spring, I got really sick while scuba diving. So I was on the boat throwing up over the side, and they were like, "Oh, you need some sugars. You need some sugars going on in your body." So they grabbed a a guava and a cutting board and this really cool knife, and they were cutting up all this fresh fruit, and I was so excited. I was like, oh, that's exactly what I need, a cool tropical fruit to make me feel better. And I ate it, and it tasted worse than the puke that was still in my mouth.
What?
And so I threw it up again over the side of the thing. Guava is nasty. It tastes like feet.
Okay. Well,
genuinely.
I'm going to have to go now try guava.
It's not a good fruit.
Maybe you just got a bad one?
No, I got a great one.
Okay.
Everyone was like, this is so good. Thank you, Captain.
That's what they were like?
That's what they were like.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, ew, this sucks.
Okay,
and
well,
I did say that.
To anyone listening who does like guava, please comment.
Miley doesn't like guava. Miley's listening. She doesn't like guava.
Hi, Miley.
Hi, Miley.
I wonder if any of my friends like guava. I only have one listening. Hi, Michaela.
Hey, Michaela. 2 M's.
Oh, and then
That's
Ashley.
crazy. Hey, Ashley.
Do you like guava?
Maybe they'll understand your millennial reference.
Okay. We are now shopping. So,
Woo!
Lorelai.
Clap.
Backtracking.
Mom, clap. Woo!
Oh.
Clap.
Why are we clapping?
For shopping.
Oh, yay!
Yay!
Okay, Emily has asked Lorelai to go shopping.
Very
I thought this
lovely of
was,
her.
a very good step. And
Yep.
I thought Lorelai was also, even though she had her teasing little jokes, she was very good about it. She was excited, and she's like, oh, wait, my mom is like
That
wanting to do this.
guitar
This is great.
case purse was so cool.
That was my note. I was like,
Yeah.
I actually don't think Rory would have liked that guitar purse, but I did.
Oh, I think Rory would have
you
liked
think?
it. Look at her room. She has all these very eccentric, weird little things.
I just feel like Lake is very more like rock and roll, but I don't get that from Rory.
But Rory understands all of Lane's references. Rory listens to all that kind of music.
Okay, I guess like it didn't scream Rory to me, but it definitely screamed me, and I would like that
That's
guitar.
crazy. Yeah, I
That
totally
guitar purse.
disagree.
I loved
think
it.
She would have loved it.
I used to have so many fun purses when I was a teenager. I had one that was, well, this was really in style. I don't know. And shout out to my millennials again. Do you guys remember the purses that were shaped like shoes and actually had like the heel? Like, so it would be a stiletto heel and the whole shoe, and then the
Cool.
bag would be at the top. And I had an Elvis one and a Marilyn Monroe one. I was very obsessed with them. They probably are not very cute anymore.
Oh, they'll come back in style. That sounds like something I
They
would carry
probably
around.
will.
I'm
Everything
big into
I
my
ever.
purses too. I have a leopard print one lined with red fabric. I have this one. Oh, I have this one bag I thrifted. This is okay. Here's my take on thrifting. Why, when I buy things that clearly old women have owned, do they only tarnish in my possession? You know, I'll buy all this really gorgeous old jewelry, and as soon as I start wearing it, it goes like brass. It goes gross, or like it starts tarnishing, or like the bag, the beautiful fruit bag that I bought, which is black and covered in pretty fruits. That started like falling apart and going like weird and gray and stuff as soon as I bought it. But clearly, if it's in a thrift store, these people owned it prior to me. So why is it just me where it goes bad? I don't understand.
Maybe you're just not as gentle with those things.
No,
or
but I
you,
think it's a valid question. Did those old ladies just not wear their jewelry?
They probably didn't wear them as often as you do. You're like daily wear several bracelets up the arms.
Just saying. I think it's a little bit crazy, and I think it's unfair.
You think
I
the
don't-
universe is out to get you?
I don't get it.
Well, ask ChatGPT.
I don't talk to ChatGPT. This woman asks ChatGPT what the weather will be for the day.
That is not
It's
true.
crazy.
I do not. I go onto Google and ask for the weather. I go to the Weather Network. I frequent the Weather Network, actually.
I do love the weather
I
app.
do check it every day.
Yeah.
The shopping with Emily and Lorelai really reminded me of my poor mom, your poor grandma.
Oh, poor grandma.
For the record, Linda, you know us better than you think.
And
Okay.
she's getting better at it. She'll like buy me cutesy little accessories and stuff.
And little bows and little things.
Yeah.
So you know us better than you think.
picking
you
up on
second
it.
guess yourself a lot.
Although one time she did. So one thing about me, and this has always been the case since I was little, I don't like birthday cake flavored things. I hate the flavor of birthday cake. I hate birthday cakes that are flavored like birthday cake. I think it's gross and too sweet. And my wonderful grandma, who I love so much, she went to the States and she bought me a huge bag of goodies, all the different kinds of treats you can think of.
Literally cereals, chocolate bars, Rice Krispies, like every single
little
thing.
Cakes,
Yeah.
candies. She brings it back. I'm so excited. I like open the bag up. All of it is birthday cake flavored. Every single one. Birthday cake or confetti. And I felt so heartbroken because I had to tell her, Grandma, I don't like birthday cake. I never have. And it got eaten. I have lots of friends that have sweet tooths. But
well, and then my boyfriend has a major sweet tooth. So it got eaten.
Other people reaped the benefits. But yeah.
And I have a very sensitive relationship with my mom where I just felt bad because I know that she was sad because she'd been so excited about the gift.
Yeah.
So it was, But she knows us better than she thinks.
And she wants us to tell her when she messes up like that.
Yeah.
She hates when we don't. So
she would have bought us that guitar purse.
She would have bought us that guitar purse.
And she would have nailed it.
Yeah. One thing about this scene that pissed me off. If I had a grandma who, and maybe call me spoiled, who's a millionaire, I'd argue. She's a millionaire?
I'd say.
Yeah. And she bought me a beaded light up bracelet for my birthday, I would be pissed off. I know Rory doesn't expect a lot and she doesn't need a lot, and I get that of her, but come on, like, you just made me go around your house putting Post-it notes on your furniture to say what I get in the will, and then bragging like it's worth thousands, like you're gonna want to get this in the will, and then I get a bracelet from you. Rory got a laptop from her mom.
Did she get a laptop?
You didn't see that in the birthday scene? The old thick Apple laptops with the handles.
Oh, I totally missed that scene.
Yeah, Lorelai bought Rory those really fancy old laptops.
I must have disassociated for like 5 seconds.
I know, it's so cool. How did Lorelai outdo Rory's gift when it comes to like financial stuff?
How does Lorelai do a lot of financial stuff?
How do they afford that fucking house?
The house isn't even like how often they eat out. They're never cooking.
No.
It's like, but that's a whole different subject. I understand. I feel like the point of the bracelet wasn't actually the gift itself. It was to get Emily to listen.
Yeah. And I saw that. I'm just saying. I could have bought her something really cool, like a car.
Well, I feel like she could have said to like Emily, she's like, yeah, get her the $12 bracelet and then get her multiple other cheap.
$12?
Yeah.
What year is it? That bracelet would have been like $3.
That bracelet, she said it's a $12 bracelet.
$12 for a beaded bracelet? That's how much you think it would cost nowadays.
I feel like they were in a more like semi-fancier store.
Fancy store, it lights up. The bracelet lights up. I'm so confuzzled right now.
Well, that doesn't take much.
Okay, well, you're not one to talk.
That is very, very true.
Lake.
Okay, you thought the dad's name was a completely different name.
I thought
for
it
3
was
episodes.
Richard. Yeah.
His name is Richard. You thought it was George.
Guys, I wrote George for every one of my notes.
Again? Zoe, what?
No, I thought I was right this time. I thought, okay, it's not Richard. It's George. I gave Richard my W, and it literally says, where is it? Honorable mention, George. Fuck. Okay.
You did it again, and you were just telling me my brain's fuzzy.
I'm sorry.
That couldn't have gone better if I had scripted it. That is amazing. Okay, well,
it's because like I'm watching Friends, so I figured, okay, between George and Richard, I had to have thought his name was Richard because I'm watching Friends. So I thought that's where I got confused, but no, I'm just stupid.
And just to reiterate, George is not short for Richard.
Okay, but it could be. Men's names, when they're shortened, it's like, so like Robert being Bob.
We already talked about this.
Maybe those people missed this episode.
No, I don't think so.
Man, you need to get your nicknames under control. It's weird.
I love that the Gilmore Girls do birthdays like we do. We are a big birthday household. My partner would probably
never throw me a party like that for my birthday.
I have done many other really great, amazing things for your birthdays.
I know, I'm just saying.
Well, I was going to say that for your...
You've never invited the whole town for my birthday.
Sorry, I'll get on that next time. All 100...
I want every single person in Chilliwack to come to
all
my
105,000 people in Chilliwack. June 11th next year. You're invited to Zoe's birthday.
You'll be there.
My goodness. No, but we really do up birthdays in our family. We always have doo-doo.
She said doo-doo.
Oh, we laugh at doo-doo, but you wouldn't laugh at kumquat with me, you bitch.
No, that's gross.
You're gross. Anyway, my whole life, we would wake up and the house would be decorated for the birthday. It would be like pillows.
There would be pillows.
Balloons.
There would be a couch.
my gosh.
There'd
Are
be
we okay?
rugs.
Anyways, there'd be balloons and streamers
And pillows.
and all our treats and various things. And so we've always done big things for birthdays. Usually it lasts over a couple days if we can drag it out.
My favorite part of my birthday is waking up and seeing the pillows.
Okay, move on from pillows, Miss George.
That's so funny.
Anyway, I wanted to ask you, even though you made me feel like shit about your birthdays, do you have one that like stands out to you? Because I have always tried to make them really special
When
for
I
you.
was younger, I think they were the coolest because it's easier to throw like a really cool birthday for like a baby.
Yeah.
I remember going to Boston Pizza with the Belle actress that you rented out.
Yeah.
And then we made pizzas in the back, which was cool. I remember gymnastics with Jasmine. I remember that for sure. I don't remember swimming in the pool for my party, but I do remember the cupcakes. I remember that for sure.
Oh yeah, I always did really cool cupcakes.
Yeah.
And they were like sand with teddy bear grahams like swimming in the cupcakes, right?
Yeah, but I think it was sand, and then there was like little pool noodles in it and stuff. And then I remember, obviously, because I was older, I was 8. I hope I remember. The birthday party where we saw Inside Out.
That was a good one
At the theater. I remember that kind of one. I thought I had more princesses at my birthday.
No, I think
just
it was
Belle
just
and
the two.
Jasmine.
I think it was just the two because then you started to kind of outgrow
No.
it.
No.
You did.
No, if you got me a Disney princess that makes balloon animals for my next birthday, I'd be stoked. That'd be
Okay.
the coolest
Okay.
gift
I'll
ever.
keep that in mind. We'll throw you
should.
a Disney princess birthday party
Oh,
for your 18th
can you
birthday.
imagine?
No, I
That'd
think we
be
should do
so
a Barbie
cool.
movie princess party for your 18th. Like Princess and the
Oh
Pauper or
my-
whatever
no,
your favorite
no,
one.
I
No,
don't like-
wait, 12 dancing princesses.
Oh! 12 dancing princesses and also Barbie and the Magic Pegasus, I think it's
Yeah.
called. That one's amazing. Did you know that's Brie Larson?
I did not know.
Did you know Brie Larson voiced Barbie in that?
I did not.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I
She is
know.
Marvel Woman.
She's Marvel Woman.
That
I
is
love
pretty crazy.
Brie Larson.
Well, and this year for your birthday, you woke up. She had turned 17 this year.
Actually, I'm going to fact check this.
And I had
The birthday pillows.
the birthday fucking pillow. I had a sign that says young and sweet, only 17. And she came out to me playing Dancing Queen with an afro wig on and disco ball glasses.
Okay, wait, no.
And so we danced around in the morning.
Misinformed.
Oh, you're highly
Brie
misinformed.
Larson.
Please hold,
What
everybody.
did she do? Oh, she sang the sick ass song.
Oh.
She performed the song "Hope Has Wings" in Barbie Magic Pegasus.
That's even more random. So she
Yeah.
didn't voice Barbie, but
She
just sang the song.
Well, she's always been a singer.
I didn't know that.
Well, she was on she did tours. She did like those mall tours and those big tours with like I think Disney stars and stuff when she was a
didn't
kid.
know that.
Yeah, and then
Crazy.
she did Scott Pilgrim
Oh.
where she sings. Remember?
Oh,
Yeah, she's always been a singer.
I completely forgot. I like her. I think people are too mean to her.
Yeah, I really like her too. She's on, shout out, a different podcast everyone should listen to, the Brittany Broski podcast. Brittany Broski, she has an interview show called The Royal Court where she's been getting some huge celebrities.
She has
in.
been. Yeah, she's doing great.
Yeah, and Brie Larson was the most recent one she had on there, and it's like one of the hardest I've laughed.
Brie
doing
is
one of
so
those things.
funny.
Brie is so funny.
Yeah, she did one of the skits with Between Two Ferns. Have you seen that with Zach Galifianakis where he gets like
Oh, I've never seen her on that, but I've seen Jennifer Lawrence on
she's
that.
got a couple funny lines with him in that, and she just can't stop laughing either. It's really cute. Not much of a discussion point, but I did want to quickly throw in how cute I thought it was that Luke made Rory a cake, but he did it in such an aggressive, grumpy way.
Yeah, coffee
and
cake.
I just love grumpy love.
Sure.
I just think it's cute.
I have a tolerance for it.
You have a tolerance for it?
Well, it's just like, love me. Why you have to be grumpy?
Okay, fair enough.
I get why you like it with your like daddy issues and stuff, but
Well, okay. That's good. Thank you.
Can I lead the conversation for a minute?
Please take lead anytime.
Thank you. How do you feel about Emily inviting all of Rory's classmates to the birthday party?
Yeah, that it literally relates to my next question was, did Roy have the right to snap at Emily?
Yeah, that's a little further in my
Yeah,
questions, so let's save that one.
I wasn't going to change it. I'm just saying they relate.
No, I'm just saying, let's save that for a little later.
I'm going to save you for a little later. I want to believe that Emily meant well, but as I said in my recap, I feel like this was a status thing. This was showing off. This wasn't for Rory. She should have asked Rory what she wanted, but all she cared about was, I now have my granddaughter. I can invite everyone from Chilton, and I'm going to look so good, and it's finally going to make the family look good, and it'll be able to show off to all these rich people. And I don't think it came from a good place, and I don't think Emily had any right to do that.
Yeah, I disagree with Emily doing that for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it was purely a status thing in that regard, because I think a big part of it, because she mentions later, she says, like, that's what you do. You invite, like, all the people from your school and stuff. So I think it is very much also an age thing. It's very clear that when she was younger, and still now with her career, it's you maybe invite everybody at work. When she was younger, you would invite everybody at the school.
Yeah.
That's the kind of social culture that she's very involved in. So even though that is drenched in being a status symbol, when that's what you've grown up with, and that is just what you have been taught, is basic manners of inviting everybody.
Well, rich people manners.
Rich people manners, exactly. I think it was not as vain as it may seem, because it's a little bit deeper with just it being ingrained in her. Because you also have to think about, like, her mom was a worse version of her, clearly. Yeah. So, yeah, but I very much disagreed with it. I couldn't imagine all of my fuck-ass classmates being invited to my birthday.
You would have been so upset.
So upset. I mean, also, I go to school with, like, Hicks, so it's a little different than
well, and if you came around the
kids,
corner
still,
and the people there didn't even know who you were,
yeah,
and you're
like, I think that's the girl whose birthday it is.
Yeah, you would have
even say
been
hi.
embarrassed and very upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that she had a right to snap at Emily in that moment?
So we weren't at that part. I just said that's a little further in my notes.
Well, that's nice.
Okay. Yeah, I do.
You think she had a right to?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then we can go back to your other things.
Okay. Yeah, she had the right to freak out at Emily, because it wasn't, she's like, it's treated as this big outburst. Oh, Rory's being so unfair. Lorelai, control your daughter. But why Rory's just kind of always expected by Emily to sit there and agree with everything and just be sweet about it. But it, even by rich people, you understand that the people you hang out with can be very rude, and you understand the pressure at a high class school like the one that Rory goes to. So it's understandable that a party, which her and her mom made very clear they didn't want to have in the first place, with people that you didn't get permission from Rory to
with people
invite.
she didn't even know.
Yeah.
And then you're expecting her to give a speech when you didn't give her the heads up she had to make a speech.
Also, everyone knows Rory doesn't want to make speeches.
Yeah, she's
Are you
shy.
crazy?
It was just, yeah.
Also, who wants to go to a party where majority of the people there are also adults?
Yeah.
Like, not like the townspeople and stuff that she's friends with, but just like parents of these kids
and
who
people
are
named Mitzi.
Yeah, who are trying to get like money from the dad. I did think it was funny though when Rory gets invited by Richard, I wrote George in my notes, but Richard to come up to his business friends at the party, and they all just hand her
like,
checks.
Happy birthday, Rory. And they all hand out the
I love
envelope.
that. That'd be so
that's
sick.
awesome. We'll get to this too, because I think you had the same note as me. I just loved Richard this episode.
Yeah, he's my honorable mention for the W. I think it was very cute that he gave her money for the trip that they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was very respectful of her.
I had two W's, and he's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
What was some of your talking points before I move on?
Tristan's a disgusting pervert, and
He's
hate
gross.
him, and ew.
Yeah.
He's disgusting. Where's my birthday kiss?
It's just so gross.
And then when he starts moaning her name.
So gross.
So gross. And then he's like, why are you resisting? Oh, why are you resisting me? You'll cave eventually. Like, that's so scary.
So weird. I'm so
Pretty
glad.
people privilege.
Because apparently, like, the slight original plan was he was going to end up being more of, like, the romance option eventually. I'm going to Google that, because I looked it up once upon a time because I wanted to see if Chad Michael Murray left for One Tree Hill, but I don't think it lines up exactly.
Well, if you had Chad Michael Murray in your midst, you'd want him to be the lead love interest. That's
sure.
fair.
But that is not a good way to start getting people to...
Very
I would
gross.
not root for him at all.
Well, and he made it very clear since the beginning he just wants to be with her because he wants to have sex with her.
And take her virginity, yeah.
he
it's
wants
gross.
to know that he owns something of hers.
Yeah, he was my big old L
And poor
again.
Paris, who has a crush on him. Paris, find better.
Yeah.
That's
find,
crazy.
Everybody deserves better than Tristan, especially when he spells his name Tin. Tristan. Tristan.
Oh, it's with an I?
Yeah.
That's gross.
If you're a girl and your name is spelled that way, it's really, really pretty, and I like it.
But
if you're a pervy, gross boy, it's awful.
I saw a guy on Instagram last night. His name's Jacob. Do you want to know how he spelt it?
How?
J-A-Y-J-C. What was it? U-B.
Jake Cube? Jacob?
Jacob.
Well, to be fair, he didn't spell his name that way.
Still, can you imagine? Well, he has the choice of changing it on his Instagram, and he still doesn't. I think that's crazy. Jacob. My name's Jacob.
Yeah, so Tristan sucks.
And so does Jacob.
We don't know Jacob.
I'm just saying.
Okay, what's your next talking point before you yell at me for moving on?
Best fit.
We're not at the best fit yet.
But it's in this scene.
Is it Rory's dress or Lorelai's dress?
Lorelai's. Rory's blonde.
Yeah.
Lorelai's is very beautiful. The blue
velvet that blue dress.
Blue velvet red dress. No. Blue velvet dress. It's very cute.
It was so whimsy, so 90s. And then with her blue eyeshadow,
She should have kept the like poof. The poof.
A little bit more poof.
I liked the poof that she cut off.
But I thought she looked so beautiful. And I really felt for her in the scene. She was like finally feeling like her and Emily were bonding. She's trying to be civil at this party.
Yeah.
And Emily turns around and snaps at her for raising a rude daughter with no manners.
Yeah, she said, Lorelai, your daughter has no manners whatsoever. You should be ashamed of yourself.
And poor Lorelai's sitting there like, how did this become my fault?
Both of them were confused as to why Rory was freaking out.
Yeah, it was so uncalled for, but we obviously know it comes from a place of embarrassment. Emily was embarrassed, had to lash out. We have experience with that. So it was, but the look on Lorelai's face, like the heartbreak. We are going to move up into Lorelai's bedroom where Rory has gone off to.
And, that dollhouse.
That dollhouse. That's my note. That's my note.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, it's
I really wanted to see
breathtaking.
it flipped around.
There was a woman on TikTok this week. I literally saw that she went to some sort of antique or like whatever estate sales. And the estate sale she went to, the woman had been a dollhouse collector. So she walked out with 30 vintage doll homes that looked like that or a variation of that.
She bought 30 doll
I think she fixes them up and then
big
sells
is her
them.
house?
I know. But I sent it to Grandma, and Grandma comes back and she goes, do you want a dollhouse for Christmas? And I really do. I want one so bad, but I would want to full-blown miniature it, like glue it all down, had like the food, the furniture, the pieces, clothes, like make it look like a little lived-in house.
Keep that?
And it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Like even when I went on to like Temu or Shein to be like, oh, do they have like cheap miniature stuff? Nope. Yeah. It's too expensive of a hobby for me right now, but it is a dream hobby. I would love to do that. I would love to do up a house.
And
I
have
would
the
find
space for it.
I would find space for my dollhouse.
If you clean your room.
You clean your room.
My room is clean. Yeah.
I pay my bills. My bills get paid.
My bills get paid. My room has
I clean
stayed
my room.
clean
My room is clean.
for 3 weeks.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. That's a record for me.
Do you think it's weird that Emily and Richard haven't changed Lorelai's room? It's been 16, 17 years and it's exactly the same. The dollhouse, the dolls, the bedding.
I don't think so.
No?
I'm sure she probably doesn't want to go in there and have to go through things and get rid of them. I also feel like in that kind of status, when you're that rich and you have such a big home, it is probably just what those people do where they don't change the bedroom. That's always been kind of a rich person thing. Because when you're not rich, when your kid moves out, you make the room into a guest room or you make the room into like a workspace for you, because any extra space that you can get for you to like live your life, you'll take.
Second you're gone, I'm putting your room into a gym.
Ew, no.
Just kidding.
Make that like an office.
No, just
room.
kidding. Maybe I'll move my books in there, my library.
Yeah, but then it's going to be empty and ugly out here.
You're right. My library is very beautiful out here.
No, but you can definitely make it into like a pretty like yoga studio, put a little couch in there.
That's true. I could make it very
cute.
cute.
But then also guest room, pull out couch so that when I come over.
I don't want to talk about you leaving. I want it to be full of you and your things forever. We're moving back downstairs.
Why?
Rory is trying to... Oh, not actually.
Okay.
Rory is trying to say sorry to Emily, and we are getting the passive-aggressive, borderline silent treatment, very dismissive.
Yeah, she's ignoring everything she's saying.
She's being incredibly rude. And I was very proud of how Lorelai handled this conversation with Emily. Because most of the time, Lorelai doesn't stay super level-headed. and she can be just as unreasonable. And yes, she started to cry and get upset by the end of the conversation, but she genuinely was trying to get through to Emily.
Yeah.
And she was trying to stay calm and have a reasonable conversation while defending her daughter.
In a room full of people.
In a room full of people. My only thing is, if I had written the scene, I feel like Emily needs more direct and blatant like statements. And I kept going. I wanted Lorelai to just say, you did this party for you, not Rory. Because Emily was being like, she basically treating it as like they were unappreciative because she threw this party. And she's like, but you didn't throw the party for Rory. You threw it for yourself.
And I think it honestly makes sense that the responses she were given Emily weren't very satisfying, because when, at least I find with myself, and even when you and I get in fights, we've gotten into a fight recently, when it's like when you have all of this stuff you want to say, as soon as you get emotional and you're yelling at each other, everything valid that you can come up with just kind of flies out the window.
Yeah.
It's hard to kind of center yourself and know what to say, especially when you're just hoping, like, can't you just see? Like, why do I have to spell this out for you? Can't you see how emotional I'm getting? And can't you try to empathize with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand why in that situation it was just hard for her to kind of piece that together.
I was very proud of how Lorelai handled the situation, and my heart broke for her.
Yeah, I felt so bad for her.
Because she felt like she had finally was making a little bit of headway. Here was an olive branch. And Lorelai with the pudding. She was so happy about that pudding. It was such a big deal to her. And then it was like watching it all just get smashed on the ground, the like rug pulled from underneath her. And I can really relate to that with like my own dad. We would get moments, like brief periods of time, where it would feel like he maybe changed, or he was in a really good mood, or it felt like he really hurt us this time or something. And then it was so short-lived, and it would just be snatched away from us so quickly, and we'd realize, oh, nothing actually has changed.
Yeah.
My instances where I feel a bit more extreme than Emily, because I do think Emily has the capability of change. But
Emily gets my L for this episode.
She got her and Tristan shared my L.
That was my thing. Tristan was the honorable mention.
Yeah, and my W's, since we're on it, I had a shared win with Richard. I love how he showed up at the party. He was so nice to all the guests.
Yep, he was very sweet.
He was
showed
very
up without
sweet.
a tie.
Yeah, he was really sweet about Miss Patty. He was sweet to Rory at the fancy party.
Yep.
He was fine reading Rory's silly magazine, and even did the quiz. He really showed up for her this week. And so he got my W, and then Lorelai did for standing up for Rory and for being reasonable with Emily when Emily wanted to go shopping. Emily wanted to do, like, she really tried to
that was the same
get along
for
with
me.
her.
A quote from Richard when he's reading the teen magazine. It's one that we've definitely heard on TikTok many times.
Yes, favorite quote.
Yes,
favorite quote of the
it's him
episode.
saying, I am an autumn.
Yeah. So what's the verdict? I am an autumn.
Yeah, you say it better than me, but
Well, I've heard it a lot.
yeah.
But I love that we got to this episode in autumn. So
Woo!
it is relevant, and I was hoping we would get to it in time. Okay. Next scene. Colleges. She goes to look at colleges. And I wanted to bring that up because you're kind of currently doing that.
Well, she went to grab a Harvard pamphlet. She already knew she was going to Harvard.
Fair enough. But you're kind of doing that, and I just wanted to be like, what are you?
Could we skip talking about that?
You don't want to talk about?
It really has been a big stressor this past week for me. And it's
Oh, how
made me wanna,
come?
like throw up and puke.
Why?
Because it's stressful and I don't know what I want to be and I don't know which university is best for the thing that I don't know what I want to be of.
For the record, I'll move past that, and I just want you to know that is very normal.
Yeah,
But
I have no clue at all what I want to do, and now like and everyone says, don't worry, like if you don't figure out what you want now, like in the future you can figure it out. But then it's also like I see everyone stressing out around me, like, oh, I can't afford to go to school to do what I want, and then it's all these commitments, and then it's like now, like that I want to make a lot of money, it's really hard to get into the jobs that make a lot of money, and then like it's just like stressful. I have to find a job that makes a lot of money for me.
I sympathize.
Yeah, so I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it. You
I'm
know
sorry.
what? I feel like every single person in the entire world that is under middle class in any single age bracket feels the same way. I was thinking, I know we had kind of brought this up earlier about big birthday parties because I hadn't had a big one. But for your 18th, I think we should. I think we should invite do friends and family, theater people, like everybody, just do like a big house party. We can still do like a smaller one, like a small family dinner, or have where just a few of your friends sleep over and stuff. But I think for your 18th, we should do it big.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah, because your 19th birthday is probably going to be at a bar or something.
Yeah,
because
I'm probably going to drive out to Alberta.
Yeah, for your 19th?
Oh.
Yeah, for your 18th.
But it depends because all the girls, like Mika turns 18 in November.
Yeah.
So, and we're not driving. We agreed we're not driving to Alberta in the winter.
No, of course you're not.
So we're going to wait till like.
But you could also find really cheap flights. Sometimes there's like $50 flights.
Yeah, but the road trip is the fun part.
Okay.
A 12-hour road trip all the way to Berta.
Berta.
Yeah.
Well, that's what that still goes. Big house party for your 18th. And then your 19th will be at the bar. And then somewhere in between, you will go to Alberta with all your friends.
Yeah, somewhere around
and have
there.
your Berta party. We're at the house party now. Did you notice, very, very briefly, Michel sitting in the back? His birthday hat is all the way to the side.
That.
He's on a cell phone. He's just like dagger eyes at everything. But he showed up.
He did show up.
He did show up.
He didn't have a choice.
I've never noticed him there before, and I just thought it was really
I
funny.
thought that was funny
He had
too.
one of my other favorite lines, because I had a couple. Michelle was, "No need to fill me in. I'm quite happy being ignorant of whatever it is that is making him raise his arms above his head."
Yeah.
When, what's his name? Why do I never remember?
It's like
that-
Max or something.
Oh, it might be. No, Max Medina is the teacher, who we didn't see this episode.
I don't know.
So I thought that line was funny. The other line I liked from Lorelai when Emily said, "I want to get her something that you would get her," and she goes, "All right, you can get her the bong then."
Yeah,
that
that
was
was funny
such a
too.
good line. And then Richard actually had one that I just thought was kind of like relevant and a great line: "Is one wrong man can always find a friend."
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
I'm like,
too.
I'm gonna have to remember that. I feel like I could use that in the future. But we're at the birthday party, and I just gotta say, Luke comes in. Luke looked hot. No, he what? He looked
I'm
so
not I
handsome
don't-
coming in with the
yeah, I
ice,
didn't think
all strong,
so.
big hug.
But
No.
no.
All right,
no,
where's my
but-
millennials at? Where's my millennials?
Yeah, it's
Where's
more
my
of a you
women?
thing.
I can't believe Emily and Richard had never been to the house before.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's really sad.
yeah. How like ignorant do you have to be?
Yeah, I guess like they probably were never invited, but they could have tried harder.
All right, and ending the episode, Lorelai sees Rory and Dean outside. This is
Your
the
favorite
first
guy,
time-
your long-necked beau.
I don't like any of her lovers, even the ones I haven't met yet. I know about them. I don't like them.
Okay.
Lorelai finally realizes, oh boy, her daughter's a human being who is going to start talking to dudes. So Lorelai sees Rory and Dean outside. Dean gets Lorelai a really cute necklace, which is really sweet.
bracelet.
He makes it, okay, doesn't matter. He makes it himself. And that's kind of where it ends.
Yeah, I thought at first I was kind of like, why is Lorelai looking like Rory just signed up for a satanic cult or something really random? But I think it's more the fact that Lorelai is feeling lied to again. Because I still don't get why Rory is being so weird about Dean. Their relationship is so close. You think
I get
that she'd
why she's
be?
not telling. No, I get why she's not telling her mom about it.
But you didn't. One of the other episodes, you're like, yeah, I don't know why she wouldn't have told
No,
her
I don't
mom.
know why she was weird about it talking to Lane. Lane is her safety. Lane, she can talk to Lane for sure about that kind of stuff, about boys. It was weird to me that she hid it from her. But I understand there's something about like having a parent that you tell, like a mom who you tell everything to. It's nice during a portion of your life because she knows how her mom feels about guys and dating in high school. She knows her mom's experiences. She knows what her mom's going to tell her, and she knows that her mom's going to worry about it. And it's nice to kind of not get the big talk from it and have your mom involved in this new thing that's confusing for you. It's nice to just have that be a private part of your life that you can figure out before you talk to your mom about it. Regardless of whether or not that's the best decision, I totally understand why it's not something she wanted to bring to her mom yet, because already Rory is worrying about it and confused, and then she's going to have her mom worrying about it and trying to like influence her and find out information and get involved. And she also just probably doesn't want Dean to have to meet Lorelai yet.
Okay,
It's
fair
not
enough.
at that point.
I think it's weird, but I'm the mom, so what do I know?
Yeah, I don't think it's weird.
We've done our favorite outfits, we've done our W's and L's. Favorite song out of there
Like
was only.
a Virgin.
Oh, did that play?
No, but in the beginning, she quotes it. She says, she makes a joke that Emily did agree to at least teach the string quartet how to play like a virgin.
Okay. Mine was that happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll find that on Spotify.
I did. I already put it
You did?
on our Spotify playlist.
Boy.
And I will add Like a Virgin for Madonna. Again, if
you.
you're just joining us, we
Like
are
a
building a Spotify playlist, picking a song or two from every single episode, adding it to the playlist so that when we go on our trip, we have that to listen to and you can listen to it along with us.
Woo!
So it's the Where You Lead podcast playlist.
Spotify playlist.
Which is also where you can listen to our podcast. We are on YouTube, Apple, Amazon, and Spotify.
And we are also primarily YouTube Music users. That's what we use. That's what we pay for.
Yes.
So if there's a song that you like that isn't available on Spotify, because there's many that aren't, you can send it in because YouTube Music has them all. So we'll probably end up just using that when we do our trip anyway.
Yeah, we'll start building it on there. Right now, it's only built on Spotify, though.
It's just the easiest because that's what so many people use.
It's the easiest to upload
And
stuff.
it's cute. It looks better.
It does. It's got a cute, what is it? The
layout?
Yeah.
Mainframe?
I don't remember the word.
I will say the one like really shitty thing about making YouTube Music playlists is that you can't change the cover photo of the playlists to anything you want. Normally on a music app like Spotify, you can upload a photo from your camera roll. And for kids my age, having an aesthetic Spotify
customizable
is a very big deal. It's what you want to have. But YouTube Music, the only thing you're allowed to do is generate AI images with the prompts that they provide for you. I know.
That's awful.
No, it pisses me off.
YouTube Music, get your shit together.
Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
What are you so scared of?
What are you doing?
That's crazy.
Anyway, let's rate this episode.
4 out of 5 coffee cups.
I gave this one my very first 5 out of 5.
Really?
This is one of my favorite episodes because I really feel like we get a lot of insight and then we get the potential for growth from a lot of the characters, even though it kind of like retracts a bit with Emily. Still at the very end, she gets in the car with Richard and goes, I really don't know my girls.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know my daughter. And I don't think it was in a way, I think it was finally in a way that she was acknowledging it's my fault or it's partially my fault. And I loved the community coming together to celebrate them. I loved the warmth from Richard. I just really liked a lot of this episode. And I feel like I haven't given a 5 yet.
Oh.
And I'm an autumn.
Yeah, I love that too.
Maybe that's the main reason. But
Do you want to settle on a 4.5?
Why?
Meet in the middle?
Why?
Because we've been giving the same ratings every episode. I thought that's just what
I don't think we have.
We've been.
No, the last one because I gave it real low and you didn't agree with my low rating, and then I did agree with you after.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
We agreed.
Fine, 4.5.
4.5.
How about a 4.6?
No, I don't think it was that good.
You're not going to do it?
I'm going to say a 4.5.
Oh, we do have some exciting news that we didn't share yet because we had our callbacks for our auditions.
Oh, yes.
We were just about to say goodbye and we forgot. And if I'm
So-
not allowed to announce this yet, sorry.
Sorry, we are.
Nobody told me no.
Wait, I haven't emailed them back. Okay, I'm going to do that. But
You silly goose.
I got the role I auditioned for.
Yeah, so we had callbacks for our auditions. I think we had told you we had the auditions and then we both got callbacks, which is very exciting.
And
now we have our roles.
And now Zoe's talking.
Yeah.
And it's the Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know.
Yes.
So I got featured female ensemble, which is what I auditioned for. So that's going to be a lot of the fun dance numbers, like the Jitterbug and the Ozians, and maybe flying monkeys. I don't know.
Oh, that could have been fun.
I'm hoping that that's an opportunity for me. And I've always wanted to do ensemble work because when I played Pinocchio and Shrek, I didn't really get a chance to go backstage and have to do all these crazy costume changes to do all this stuff. I was ensemble for 2 different scenes, but everyone else got to do the really fun dance scenes. And I really missed out on that. So I'm excited that I'll be in the background, switching between costumes, stressing on like running around and getting to my next position. I'm really excited for that. And I also got the role that I read as for the callback, which is tree number 1. I'm the tree in the scene that throws apples at Dorothy. I get to say the most lines out of that. And I was the only person in my callback to actually do a silly voice and tree physicality, which I think it's always interesting. I know people get nervous going into auditions, but it's interesting watching people go into auditions and just read lines like they would a text message kind of out loud.
Yeah.
Why aren't try to put on a voice? try to do something with your body.
Yeah,
Why are you
if
just
you're
reading it
new
off
to
the paper?
100%, if you're new to auditioning, because maybe there was a lot of younger people auditioning for this one, and so
Yeah.
if you're new to it, that's a little tip that we will give is even if you don't really know the line and you're reading off of a paper, put your bagussi in it.
Yeah.
Hunch over, do the weird like
Even if it
gestures.
doesn't suit the character, show them
Yeah.
that you can be theatrical and you're not afraid of making a fool of yourself, because they see people just reading lines and stuff every day. You see people reading off paper and reading off their phones and stuff everywhere you go, like in tons of different ways. That's nothing special. You have to be able to turn it into a character.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got 3 number 1, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, and I think like this was a bit of a trickier musical for you in roles because there's not a lot in your age bracket.
Yeah.
It's either adults because like Tin Man, Lion, all of them have to be more grown up,
have to be
and
in
then
your
it's the
30s.
Munchkins that have to be played by children, and
then there's just Ensemble and
and then
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
So,
And
and I
so-
knew I wasn't going to get Dorothy.
Yeah, but so you're gonna it's gonna be good. And then I auditioned for Wicked Witch.
I'll get you, my pretty.
And
your little dog,
I was excited
too.
to be the closest I could ever get to playing Elphaba.
Yep.
And I can't believe it. And I'm very excited, but I was shook. I walked out with Tin Man.
Everybody clap.
I don't know how. I'm panicking a little because it's a lot more stage time than I've had before. It's a much bigger role.
It was exciting.
It's a lot of lines, but it's gonna be good. But I did not walk into audition for that, and that's what I walked out
Well,
with.
I
So
keep talking to her about how this is her Pinocchio, because I walked into the Shrek auditions looking at the role of young Fiona, and I was upset when I didn't get a call back. The only reason I was brought back is because my mom asked if she could take me to callbacks.
I didn't know.
Yeah, and then I was told, okay, like try out for Pinocchio, and I did. And I have never considered myself a funny actor. I've
she
never
was so good,
considered
guys.
myself
I wish
good
you
at
could have seen her.
improv. I was very proud of it. But and the voice, like I wouldn't go all out through auditions until like the week before we actually ended up performing, and that's about 5 months of work. Like we had so many rehearsals, but I was so did I say auditions?
yeah,
Okay, I meant the show. I was so anxious moving forward because I didn't think I had it in me at all. But it is fun to play a male character. It's fun to have to worry about like every movement your body makes to make sure it looks stiff, because just like she'll do for Tin Man, I did that for Pinocchio.
Yeah.
It's fun to have to put on a weird voice. It's fun to wear a nose prosthetic. You're gonna have so much
I can't
fun
believe
with
how similar
that.
the roles really are.
And
It's
a
so
big
funny.
pointy triangle hat.
Yeah.
I had to do that too. And a fuck ton of face paint.
Yeah.
It just gets off on everything.
Oh, it's gonna be so thick.
yeah. And
so
you have
thick.
more lines and more singing than I did,
Yeah, I'm gonna be on stage most of the time.
but it's
It's
going to
terrifying.
be very fun for you.
It's
And
gonna be
the
a lot of
thing
fun,
is-
and I'm gonna rely on you for lots of tips.
and I would argue Scarecrow has more lines than you.
100%. He's
So-
definitely much more the main NPC.
Yeah,
Sure.
the main guy.
Main side character, but yeah. So yeah, that's how our auditions went.
Yeah, we're
very
excited. That
excited.
starts in
So
January.
you'll also get to come along for that journey too. We'll share with it how it goes. It starts up in January, so we'll have more to share then. But we are just very excited and feel very honored to be doing it again together.
So
Another thing we get to do
excited.
together.
I don't have to stress about lines and all this
Yeah.
scary stuff. The tree thing I can have memorized literally by tomorrow. It's so easy. And I just get to dance and hang out in the background, and hopefully I get some Aussian characters that have some lines.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking
All right.
forward to it.
I think this next week is going to be a good week. I hope it's a good week for all the rest of you.
Hell yeah.
Please tune in next week with episode 7 is what we are diving
Already on
into.
7.
Yep, that's what we're diving into next. Again, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, and Amazon Music. We also have a TikTok page, and all of it is Where You Lead podcast. There's comment sections on a lot of these, so if you do have tips and tricks or anything we should know about our Europe trip coming up, any places you think we should see or things you think we should do, or stuff you'd like us to talk about with being a teen mom and a teen daughter, anything you want to hear, just send us a comment, or you can send us an email at whereyouleadpodcast@gmail.com.
Absolutely. And who knows, like if we get enough submissions and stuff, we could do a singular episode just to answering questions
Yeah.
and talking about our experiences.
We would love that. All right. Have a good week, everybody, and have
Yeah,
a good
thank
week, my
you.
girl. You are the Rory to my Lorelai.
And you're the Lorelai to my Rory.
Love you, baby.
Love you too.
Bye.